Welcome back to my channel. I've come on today to show you another lovely little gift box, and this is the gift box. It's got an acetate front. We will be doing it a bit different. I've got some sweets left in the box, but my girls have decided to steal some. So this is the box, and that's how it's going to look. So that's what we're going to make. Move that out of the way. Bring in all the pieces. There are quite a few pieces, so I'm just going to move them all to the side. You will need a piece of cardstock that measures, this is for the base of the box, 10 3/4 inches by 12 inches, and on the 12-inch side you need to score at 3/8 of an inch, 3 1/8 of an inch, 7 8 7/8 of an inch, and 11 5/8. And then turn it onto the shorter side and score again at 3/8 of an inch, 3 1/8 of an inch, 7 5/8 of an inch, and 10 3/8 of an inch. Then you're going to need your lid, and that's going to measure 5 3/4 by 7 3/8. And on the long side, let me just see where you need to score at 2 3/4 inches. Oops. Just move that one out of the way. Then you need another little piece with a closure, and that wants to measure 1 1/4 inches by 4 1/4. And on the long side, score at 1 1/8 of an inch and 2 3/4 of an inch. And then you want your frames. So again, for this box I've used another Surprise Creation Store layering die. I've took the largest one and then the third one in, and I layered them up like this, ran them through my Big Shot to create a frame. I've cut that out twice and layered that up. You could cut it out more, just depends how thick you want it. So that's what I did with that one. And then for the window piece, I took the smaller ones, I layered them up like that, and then we created a smaller frame, and that will be for the window. You will need to then obviously take your tape off. These are April's new release from Surprise Creation. I will leave the link in the description bar below. I haven't done a video on the new release ones yet, but there will be a video. So what you need to do is take the largest one away and keep that smallest one to cut our window out of our lid. So I'll put that to one side. You can use any rectangles that you like. If you haven't got them, you could just cut them with your cutting tool, knife. Then I'm going to layer the inside of the box. So this piece wants to measure 5 5/8 by 4 3/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to decorate the inside as well. So you'll need two pieces that measure 4 3/8 of an inch by 2 5/8, and that's 2. And then you want another two pieces, and it will measure 5 5/8 of an inch by 2 5/8, and you need two of them. Then another new die from the Surprise Creation Store. Let me just get it out. There's some lovely dies this time. There it is. It's a journaling die again, and it's this one. It's really, really pretty. I love it. But I've used these layering pieces to create this. I've already gone ahead and I've just put Mother on there. And then this one will sit on the back, because what we're going to do on the closure on this is have this here. So you don't have to do it like that, but that's how I want to do mine. Then I've made 4 corners. The feet, you've seen me make these on previous videos. You just cut a circle out, score it in half, fold it, in half again, fold it, cut up, and then fold it in, and that's how you create them. Then we've got 4 corners, and I'm using these corners, really pretty. Cut them out in some beautiful, like, gold glimmer paper, and it's from the Simply Made crafts die that I had. There's 2, this one and this one. Is beautiful, and this is, it's an album. It's a portrait album die set, and it's really nice. Got some nice other pieces that you can use for other things as well. Right, so let's get on. Ah, smacked my hand. We need a bone folder. I do keep my glue in these bottles, and I have had a few people ask what glue is it that I use, and all it is just this Anita's tacky glue from the range. I picked this up for £3 for this, or it's £1 for that size. So, and it works for me, it's fine, I don't have any warping in my projects, and I also use this one. This is about £3 as well, and you can pick it up online or Danielle Mill if you're in the UK, and the range sell that as well. So that is what I fill up in my bottles. Right, so let's get on and make the box. So fold and burnish on all of your score lines. Just actually move my that's what I write all my measurements down in. Just lately though, I've just been making these projects and forgetting to write any measurements down at all. Obviously, I know most of you, well, all of you will be aware that the girls and everybody else's children both from school on tomorrow, which will be Friday. So this is Thursday night and I'm filming this video. So I'm hoping to still get videos out. I'm sure I will. They are quite well-behaved girls, so I shouldn't have any bother doing that. They'll be busy doing their work anyway that the school have set, and I'm sure I can have them doing plenty of household chores. So you want to cut down these 2 tabs, notch, like we always do when we're making a box, and then down the other tab and notch as well. And then you just want to remove that thin 3/8 of an inch strip off these, and then just make sure you notch in there as well. So then we'll cut down the other side exactly the same and notch. I won't be able to visit my mum for Mother's Day, so I have made quite a few things that I'm not going to be able to take to her. My mum lives in Nottingham and I live in Yorkshire. So unfortunately I can't go, which is quite sad because I was looking forward to going. So I can either send her a really large parcel or visit her as soon as I can. So again, you just want to do the same on the opposite side, exactly the same as we've just done on the other side. I'm thinking I might try and do some lives on my Facebook group, so I will leave the link and we can have some live crafting. Should be fun while everybody's having to stay at home. I know a lot of people are. So just notch on them sides again, and then just notch this one as well. And then just cut that one straight up, and that's what you're going to be left with. Just checking that I've notched everywhere. Let's move all of that away. So all we're going to do now is take them tabs and pop some glue all along the edge, and then just glue it together. So bringing the side right up, you just want to hold it there and then just keep doing that to all the sides. So I'll do one more and then I'll do the rest off camera and come back. So again, just bring it up to match that side. And then just holding that in for a minute. And then you could turn it over, bring in your bone folder and just really push that glue to spread it out. Okay, so that's what you need to repeat on the opposite side. So on these 2 flaps and then glue them down. So I've done that, and all I'm doing is popping some glue on these pieces just to hold them all together, and then I'm just going to push a paper clip in, a peg, not paper clip. So you're just putting some glue on the edges, holding it for a minute just to let the glue set, and then attach a little peg just to hold it on. So on this side, a little bit of glue there and a little bit on that side. Push that together and hold it in. And then just popping a peg on, just push a peg on just while it dries. So again, on that last one, and then I can take another peg, and just clip that on. So that is our box. Okay, so just while that's drying off a little bit, this is the lid, and you want to fold and burnish on there, and then you want to just eyeball it wherever you think, and you can just, if you push it that way, you can just see roughly where the centre is. So I've got some masking tape. I normally use washi tape, but I thought I'd get this masking tape, and we're just going to line that up wherever you want it to be, and then actually split that in two. So line that up wherever you want it to be, place your tape on, and then we're just going to run that through the big shot. Okay, and I'll be back. So I've cut the window out in the box, and it does leave that nice, if you can see it, there is a little stitched edge. I don't think you can see it, but now this frame will just sit over that, just to give it a little frame. So we'll put some glue on the frame that we did, and then we'll just attach that onto our box. And then you can just press that down. And then I've cut a piece of acetate, and I've cut it 3 by 4 inches, and we're just going to stick that around that window. Now you can do another frame as well if you want on the inside. I haven't done that, but you could do that. So you just do another frame exactly the same as the one that we've put on the outside. So that just needs to dry for a minute. You can use your bone folder just to spread that out. And then there's our nice window, which will then sit over the box. But while we're here and the box is still drying, we can just attach the corner pieces. So these are going to sit on the corner of the box. Zoom you in a bit. So I am just going to put some glue on and then attach these to the corners. Just move that to the edge. Oops. So we're just going to attach that there. Do get a little bit of wiggle room with the glue. Just puts an extra bit of weight on the top of the lid as well, which will help it stay down. Because at first I was thinking I wasn't going to put a closure on it, and then I changed my mind, and I did. They're going to go there, and then these are going to go on the top. Just like that. So what I'll do is I'll pause it, do the next one, and then I'll come back. So what I've done that, and we're just going to pop that to one side. What I'm doing now is just decorating that inside. Really, you ought to have done that before you do this bit, but it still works. It's just a bit more, you need to just shove it in and tell it where it's got to go. It's just to cover up the seams. You don't have to do this bit. I just thought it looked really nice and a bit more decorative, so when the recipient has taken everything out, they've still got a really nice keepsake as well. This paper pad is a pad I got from the range in the UK. If anybody's interested, you can probably also get this online, I would imagine. I'll tell you what that is in a moment. I'll just stick this last one in and then I'll get out the pad and show it to you. So we'll just, and the pad, it's got foiled in and then plain, so that's really nice. It's this one. Oh, let's go out. So it's floral vintage and it's got some absolutely gorgeous designs in. I mean, look at the foiling on that, and the flowers. You've got the hydrangeas. I love them. There's just so many pretty papers and some gorgeous ones with foiling on as well. So that's a foiled one. So that was £3.99 from the range. So there we go, there's the box inside, all nicely decorated. So I used the foil one, as you can see there, on the top, and then the plainer one on the bottom. So what we need to do is attach our frame. This is similar to the box we did before in terms of sticking the frame, but if you don't have dies, you know, you can cut this with just your cutting knife or your paper trimmer. I just find it quicker to use a die, so if you've got anything that will roughly fit. I think my glue's running out in that bottle. Just really put enough glue on there, and then just add that neatly to the edge, and you can just grab that underneath and you'll just feel that lip catch. Let's just hold that for a minute. The key is to, you know, you've got to let this dry. So it's quite tricky doing it. It's not tricky doing it, it's just holding it whilst you're on camera, I suppose, is the trickiest part. So keep running your fingers underneath the trim, and then that will stick nicely on there. Okay, so there you go, there's your nice frame all stuck to your box. And then I'm sure you've guessed, but the lid is just going to sit on the top there, and it should just come down just before the back, okay, like that. And that's how you're going to attach your lid. So we'll attach that now. Just going to put this glue lid on. So all you're going to do is completely cover the back of this and cover it right up to that score line, because you don't want it coming off. Okay, and then you will put your lid on your box and then hold that down and then just push it on. And then you can tip it up and just push along. And then that's how I wanted it to be. And it's fine like that. If you've got a thicker card, that probably will stay down, but this card just, it's not that thick. And then you can run your fingers on the inside. See, that's why that bit would look nice with that other trim on, just to cover the little mess if you like. So if you want to recut this frame again, you can pop that on the inside. Let's go in a bit more. There. So then you can bend it back and just get your bone folder in and really rub that on. So the next piece is the closure. So where you've got the shorter piece, that's going to attach to our box. So we'll fold that down and burnish. And the longer piece you'll fold up and we'll glue that together just to give it an extra bit of strength for when you're just opening and closing it a lot. So we're doubling this one over. Okay, so you're going to fold that back up on itself and then just press that down with your bone folder. And then to attach it, you're just going to find the middle of your box and attach that underneath like that. So I'll guess it this time. So just applying some glue on there and across the front, and then decide where the front of your box is or measure. So I think that looks about okay, and then you can bring this piece up and then just push that on. Okay. And then just press it down and bring that back up. And then you can press that down with your bone folder. So there is your closure. Okay? Just make sure there's no glue there. And then what you're going to do is attach the front piece onto here. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. And then we'll attach this piece. Just press that on, and then turning it over, you can then attach this back piece so that it just covers all of that. Okay, so plenty of glue. And then we can add this on as well. So you can use your bone folder just to press that all on nicely. And then there you go, that will be your flap on your box to open and close. So all I'm going to do now is just take some glue dots. I've got these glue dots from my local pound shop. Oops, let's just see. I want that. So I'm going to place it about there, and then take the other end and push that on as well. Oops, have I got the same one? I think I have, haven't I? Take the opposite side of the Velcro and then bring in your box up. I think I might have just gone off a little bit on mine. Make sure you just take care to line it all up nicely. And there we go. And then all you need to do is pull that off, give it all a press, and then you can just pop all your sweets in. And there you go. So I really hope you enjoyed making this one. I hope you give it a go. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now. Bye.